Hello everyone, I am Aviral Gupta from first year in Bennett University. I have currently joined as an intern in the Dhaama Planning and Services. It's barely been a month since I've started my journey, so I have a lot of questions and they all need to be answered. Today I have Mr. Ashang from Dhaama Planning and Services. He is the founder of our company. So I have to ask a lot of questions to you, Mr. Ashang. Are you ready to answer them all?
Well, to be honest, I'm always scared of Gen Z, but let's see how it goes.
So, as you have just seen, Mr. Ashank is a bit scared of me. Let's see how much can he answer on the basis of questions I ask him. So, Mr. Ashank, can you introduce yourself and most importantly, Dhama Planning and Services?
So, I'm a shunk. A shunk means one who doesn't have any shanka. To be honest, this is a journey I've yet to make. I have lots and lots of shanka. That's what my faculties, that's what my peers, everybody keeps telling. I do relate as a lifelong learner. And as a lifelong learner, I have also enrolled as a research scholar in Bennett University, so I'm equally like a student like yourselves. And in this journey, I have been focusing on pilgrim sites, especially the enterprise dharma or around the pilgrim sites. That's my research topic. And in this endeavor, along with my peers, I launched Dharma Planning and Services, a one stop solution for all the pilgrimage needs, bringing them the more authentic ways of doing pilgrimages as our Indian ancestors used to do. So, here we provide pujas, tirthyatras, and ashrams, something which I guess your Gen Z doesn't know much about.
We will see about that. You say that Dhama has a lot of plans and services for all kinds of people to all kinds of places. How did you get the idea to start such a company to benefit the entirety of mankind?
Oh my, entirety of mankind, that's very hard word, but let's see where what we can serve. See, I had been a huge skeptic myself when I was of your age about our traditions, about our culture, and hence I had lots of shankas. And to kind of relieve myself of all those doubts about a culture, I did a little bit of a crazy thing once upon a time. I literally left my job. I took my car and I traveled around the country. And in that reckless drive, I traveled about some 500 plus pilgrim sites in the country over a year. And that made me even crazier about our pilgrim sites. So I realized there's too much out which is happening there and how it is happening. There's so much iconography, there's so much rituals. Where does it even make sense? So I started reading scriptures. I started doing a lot of satsang with sadhus, and this is where I kind of realized that wow, our ancestors had figured out things which we just can't appreciate, and it's this Macaulayan education which has actually separated us from that kind of an understanding. So, in this endeavor, to bring such kind of an authentic pilgrimage traditions back to our generation, to your generation, which we popularly refer as Gen Z, I felt that we really need to solve this problem, and this is where Dharma Planning and Services came into equation.
I'm starting to think that the Shanka wala part in your name is starting to resonate more with me than it's with you. Because I'm gonna ask a lot of questions from you now. You said that the Gen Z have not received the right amount of information about our dharma, the gods which we should worship, the places we have to visit in once or twice in a lifetime as a experience, right? So what I want to ask you that how do you make it accessible to like the people like me, the Gen Z, my friends, the people I know, that why should I and the others do such a thing to like go to a website to learn more things about our past?
So see, so you asked two things: ki how and then why. So how is like Gen Z today? It's not about your own generation. It's almost all of us post pandemic have started adopting to digital means increasingly more and more. So our good old shops, which used to be in the brick and mortar format, are now increasingly getting replaced by the digital commerce. And definitely that's a step which we are also taking. Probably you'll find us adapting in a manner where we'll also start talking about tokens and all, which resonates with the Web3 and again a lot more with Gen Z. Uh, but bigger question is why? Why a person of your age should come visit Dhaama.com or visit any of our social media channels is because we are sincerely making an attempt to bring out the nuances of these traditions to our current generation. See, definitely over the last decade, we have started noticing a lot of surge among the people's sentiments about their curiosity towards Sanaatan Dharma, how our ancestors used to worship, etc. And it becomes the curiosity is in multiple quarters, even as a cynic, because a lot of political movements are also happening which try to put down Sanatan Dharma as something which was not very high on moral values. So whether you love it or hate it, but you can't ignore it. That's at least that is how this entire space is evolving. So this is where we made an attempt ki at least how in the current infrastructure which is available across the different dham, which becomes the most central part of our solutions, the dhams which are these pilgrim places located in every corner of the country, how they are preserving the Sanatan Dharma, how the different priests there are still retaining the very same traditions which used to be apparently followed in Satyuga, apparently used to be followed for thousands and thousands of years, and continues to survive till this date, continues to thrive with the use of technology for that matter. So we are bringing all of that knowledge. We have only made a beginning, but yes, this is where steadily and slowly we are progressing ahead, especially using young talent like yourselves to bring it to the masses and to provide the solutions where they genuinely struggle. Today, if I have to just ask you, can do you know what is Pitru Tarpan? Can you offer a Pitru Tarpan to your deceased ancestors?
No, I cannot. I don't even know what it means.
Even I don't know. Even I can't. But at least there are people who
Yeah.
can guide us. So those are the people with whom we try to connect and bring them via the online sessions or via offline sessions if people are happy to come to these dhams and do these pujas themselves and their company. So that's the solution which we are providing.
So you told me that there has been a lot of places you have visited to, a lot of pilgrims you have made, a lot of people you have interacted with on such a journey, right? So what has been your favorite place to visit, and why would it be my favorite place?
Okay, now this is genuinely a tough question. It is genuinely a tough question for
That's
somebody.
what I meant by saying Shanka resonates with me.
For somebody who has traveled across more than 500 places and see each of these places had their own character, and ultimately it's not just the place, it's what they are doing to us which starts making sense. So in this entire equation, the most favorite dham which I would say is a dham where I stay. And likewise, your own dham, the most favorite dham which you should have, should be the dham where your own parents stay, the dham which is your home. In our tradition, whenever you used to introduce each other, we used to refer as Naam Kam Dham Batao. So, dham as in the place you dwell into. If one can make the place where one is dwelling into as a sacred divine abode, then very much one has cracked the world. Ganesha and Kartikeya both were given a challenge to roam around the world, and the one who travels it earlier would be getting uh, the first right to marry. Kartikeya actually literally traveled the world, but Ganesha just traveled around his parents and he was given the blessings.
That was a really valuable answer. Like, I too believe parents should be kept at the top of your priority list. With that, I would like to end today's podcast with Mr. Ashank, the founder of Dhaama Planning and Services, and I hope to see you again the next time.